A young, brave squirrel named Squeaky looked up at the sun. The warmth of the sun's rays filled him with a sense of excitement and wonder. Today was not just any ordinary day. It was a day for adventure and discovery. He was ready for an adventure. His tiny heart raced with anticipation as he thought about the possibilities that lay ahead. The forest was full of mysteries, and Squeaky was determined to uncover them all. He met his friend Rosie by the sparkling river. The river's water glistened like 1,000 diamonds under the bright daylight, creating a magical atmosphere that made their meeting even more special. Rosie was a kind rabbit, but a little hesitant. Her soft fur and long ears twitched nervously as she looked around, unsure of what the day would bring. She'd always been cautious, but she trusted Squeaky. Squeaky knew Rosie would be brave, though. He had seen her courage before, and he believed in her more than anyone else. With a reassuring smile, he encouraged her to join him on this new quest. Suddenly, a wise old owl, Professor Sophocles, hooted from a tree. His deep, resonant voice echoed through the forest, capturing the attention of all the animals nearby. "The Whispering Woods needs your help!" he declared. His eyes, full of wisdom and concern, scanned the young adventurers as he delivered his urgent message. He told them about a lost treasure hidden deep in the woods. This treasure was not just any ordinary treasure. It was said to hold the magic of friendship, a power that could bring joy and harmony to the entire forest. This treasure held the magic of friendship. It was a symbol of unity and love, something that the Whispering Woods desperately needed to thrive. Without it, the woods would be silent and dark. The vibrant life that once filled the forest would fade away, leaving behind a place of sorrow and loneliness. Squeaky jumped up, eager to help. His enthusiasm was contagious, and he felt a surge of determination to find the treasure and restore the magic of friendship to the woods. Rosie took a deep breath, ready to be brave. She knew that with Squeaky by her side, they could overcome any challenge. Together, they set off on their journey, their hearts filled with hope and courage. The Whispering Woods was beautiful, a place where magic seemed to linger in every leaf and petal. The sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, casting a golden glow on the forest floor. Birds chirped melodiously, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Trees whispered secrets in the wind, their leaves rustling like 1,000 hushed voices. Colorful flowers bloomed everywhere, painting the forest in a riot of colors. But something was wrong. A shadow seemed to hang over the woods. The whispers were faint, the colors dull. The once vibrant forest seemed to be losing its magic. The air felt heavy, and an eerie silence replaced the usual symphony of nature. "We need to find the treasure!" Squeaky squeaked, his tiny voice filled with urgency. The little mouse knew that the only way to restore the forest's magic was to find the lost treasure. Professor Sophocles, the wise old owl with spectacles perched on his beak, led the way. His knowledge of the forest was unparalleled, and he was determined to help his friends. He told them the treasure was hidden in the Cave of Echoes, a place shrouded in mystery and legend. The cave was said to hold the key to the forest's magic. To get there, they had to cross the Whispering River on a bridge of lily pads. Lily pads? Rosie trembled. What if they sink? Squeaky looked at Rosie with determination in his eyes. "We have to trust each other," he said, his voice steady and reassuring. The journey ahead was fraught with challenges, but Squeaky knew that with trust and teamwork, they could overcome anything. He knew they could do it together. With a deep breath, the friends set off on their adventure, ready to face whatever lay ahead in their quest to save the Whispering Woods. The bridge was shaky. Rosie held her breath as each lily pad wobbled. She almost slipped. "I can't do this!" she cried. Squeaky reached out his paw. "Hold my hand," he said. "Trust me!" Rosie took his paw. She closed her eyes and hopped. They made it to the other side. The Cave of Echoes was dark and scary. Every sound echoed through the cave. Rosie shivered. "What if something is hiding here?" she whispered. "We have to keep going," Squeaky said. He knew they were close. They followed Professor Sophocles deeper into the cave. Suddenly, the path ended. A deep chasm lay before them. There was no way across. "This is it," Rosie whispered, her voice filled with fear. "We're trapped!" Professor Sophocles looked at them, his eyes twinkling. Sometimes he hooted, "The greatest act of trust is in ourselves." He then jumped. He flew across the chasm and landed safely on the other side. Squeaky didn't hesitate. He knew the stakes were high and there was no room for doubt. The chasm before him seemed endless, but his resolve was stronger. He took a deep breath and jumped. Rosie watched in amazement. He had done it. The leap was more than just a physical act. It was a testament to his courage and determination. Now it was her turn. Rosie felt a mix of fear and excitement. She knew she had to trust herself and Squeaky. She closed her eyes, took a leap of faith, and jumped. The air rushed past her, and for a moment, everything was still. On the other side, they found a beautiful crystal shining brightly. It was mesmerizing, casting a radiant glow that lit up the entire cave. It was the lost treasure, the one they had heard about in legends and stories. As they picked it up, the cave filled with light. The brilliance was overwhelming, almost magical. The treasure wasn't a crystal. It was something far more valuable. It was their trust in each other. This journey had brought them closer, and their bond was now unbreakable. They returned to the Whispering Woods, their hearts full of joy and accomplishment. The whispers were strong now, the colors bright. The forest seemed to celebrate their return. They had saved the woods. The once fading colors were now vibrant and alive. They had learned that trust is the greatest treasure of all. Their adventure had taught them a lesson they would never forget.